Hey yo, so Big Bang has an interview with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine takes that interview and uses it as a segue, I guess, to prove that people are being biased and judging him as a rat and not judging everybody else as a rat. And maybe in the hip hop community, like maybe I'm not gonna lie, he might have a valid point if that's his point in saying that. Like in the rap community, we have to be clear about this. Like, right? Because people were taking the narrative like, oh, the streets took a loss. And it's like, that wasn't no street shit. Like, I'm confused. Oh, the streets is a myth. I told you. It's like, that wasn't no street shit. Listen, so we got to be clear. Like, let's be clear on this narrative right here, right? If the hip hop community, like people that are in rap media, people that are in the rapper shit, like, right, blackballed, right, and didn't give him platforms to speak his whatever, right, so he can stay into the hip hop community, right? And we're gonna get into that in a second, right? Then you know what? They were being biased, and that's a fact, right? And if you watch the interview with Big Bank in 6ix9ine, that was 6ix9ine's whole point, like his whole angle. His whole angle was just to show like he's being biased. So now who gives a fuck? Yo, listen. So let's go right here and stop right here for a second. Like we need to be clear. If the hip hop community wants to blackball 6ix9ine because they feel like he did some fuck shit with the Treyway niggas, then that's their business. Yo, listen, yo, niggas, you can't force niggas to accept you. Like what I'm looking at and what I'm viewing is he's like, yo, accept me. And niggas is like, no, beat it. And he like, but y'all letting them hang with y'all. And niggas is like, so like them niggas is from over here. We hanging with them niggas and we ain't hanging with you. And he mad because niggas won't let him hang out. And it's like, who gives a fuck? Do your own thing. Like that's what you gotta do. Now we're gonna land right here on 6ix9ine. Like pause. Like right, we're gonna talk about this lame. Like and for understand that 6ix9ine, right? What makes 6ix9ine's acts atrocious? Like, right? What makes him like the worst nigga of all? Like, right? He's trying to angle the story like this. Like, right? This is how he's angling it. Yo, because these dudes did this to me, I told, and I'm valid for telling because they asked for my loyalty and they were disloyal to me. That is the narrative that 6ix9ine is spinning, and any civilian or any lame that hears that is gonna say, "Yeah, nah, he valid for that," and it's like, no, he not. That ain't even the story. Listen, that's not how that went. But I, even if you go with that narrative right there, it's like, yo, all right, cool. That still doesn't make you valid to tell. Like, nah. And I'm gonna tell you right now, right? Before we jump into the whole beginning, let's stop right here. Why he's not valid to tell is he is the person that put 30,000 Chief Keef's head and nigga shot at Chief Keef and tried to boom him. So you have to understand that he like listen, right? When he says that, right? When he says, yo, people did this to me, it's like, all right, but you had the money, so why you didn't put the money on them niggas? Like you was playing that game when niggas was like, see, you was in the middle of a strategic street thing and it had war involved in it. The problem is nobody had loyalty to you. Their loyalty was to the gang. You just provided a way for the gang to be funded. He thought that he was bigger than the program because the program operated under, he was a power source, right? He wasn't, so he didn't understand that he was just a power source. Like he wasn't the actual wall with the actual electricity in it that goes that makes the machine go. Like he thought he was that, and it was like, nah, you was the thing plugged into the wall that the other shit was plugged into. You was just that. Like, yeah, power came from you because you generated some paper, but you were not the power source. That is important to understand, right? So he had no soldiers in a war, and he understood that he was a man with no country, right? So when the army turned on him, that he once thought pledged their allegiance to him, he understood that he was alone and the money wasn't anything. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. listen. The money became worthless because he wasn't willing to do what his opposition was willing to do. And he had to learn that the hard way. Like that was just it. That's a lesson in the streets that comes with anybody that took the street path. So now, rewind. When 6ix9ine, right, affiliates himself with gang members, and he's not a gang member. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, right? You got to understand this. This is like one of the things that you got to, so the term that people in the street use is like, he's not like that, right? That means that, right? You came up in gladiator school. You see things in a way that another person doesn't see it. Your reactions to things are going to be a little bit off. Like, right? You are not the same or operating under the same system as a regular 9 to 5 civilian. The problem is so many people use that term and attach it to anything. You just think that that means, oh, that means that you're stupid and you do ignorant stuff and no, that doesn't mean that, right? Like that means that you came up and you have the senses, the understanding, and the reactionary defenses of a person that has been outside. You are like that. That is what you are like. You are like a street nigga. That is what you are. That is what you of. That is what you are from. He wasn't from that. Like you gotta understand that. Like he wasn't that. He got and he affiliated himself with some street niggas and when they was doing street shit. And he liked it because it came with some type of sense of power and it came with some type of sense of authority. It came with the money, it came with the women, and it came with the fame, and he jacked it. And you gotta understand that he wasn't out committing felonies before he got down with a gang. And you like, what does that mean? That means that, right? So when he gets into the gang and starts orchestrating felonies, right? He's not really like understanding the weight of what he's doing. You got to understand he's orchestrating hits. Like he was never supposed to be able to take a deal, like, right? He never was supposed to be able to tell on nobody because he is the person that generated the money and told people to do violent acts. You need to understand that is who 6ix9ine is. Like, right? The problem is it turned on him, and then the feds use that as leverage so they can then take everybody down because they understood that he wasn't like that. You got to understand. If they thought that he was a threat, they would have not in no fucking. Yo, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Listen. Yo, listen. The biggest opposition for street niggas is the federal government. Listen, they play no games, right? They got a 99% conviction rate. And when they come and get you, they come in to get you. They're going to put you somewhere where you do not want to be, and you're going to be there for a long time, and they're going to get all your fucking buddies. Yo, listen, they're going to snatch all your fucking buddies up and then put all y'all in there too. You can't beat them. They got access to unlimited money. They got all the technology and everything else under the book to beat you. So if you go outside and you sign up to be in the streets, understand you are going to take a L. It won't be the niggas up the block that's shooting the other niggas up the block. It won't be the thoughts that's going backdoor you and have some niggas come and boom you or rob you or none of that. That is not the L you are going to take. The L you are going to take is going to jail. Now, while I'm here, we must talk about Troy Ave, the leader of this fucking stupid ass phrase that everybody is running around with saying that the streets is a myth. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Listen. Troy Ave and 6ix9ine are the worst type of niggas. And I'm gonna fucking tell you why. Listen to what I'm saying. So now you have a legion of lames, right? You got a legion of lames all on the internet. Like, see, I told you the streets is a myth. See, I told you the streets is a myth. Listen to what a myth is and listen to how they use the term. myth, because I don't want you to take this like right. Because during the course, if you listen to the Marty Gramz show, I'm always going to talk on culture, and one of the big parts of culture is mythology, right? So like right when I say myths, like right, I'm from South Jamaica, Queens, so if I start talking about the Supreme Team, right, in terms of mythology, like those are real people that was actually outside, and their stories are told in terms of legends, like right, and then people look at that and they say, oh yeah, this is what happened here at this time period, so on and so forth. How they're using the word myth is like it's a story, like it was told, it's not really real, and it's no nothing to it. Don't believe in it. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. That's how they selling it. And I'm like, nah. Hell no. Listen. Right? So the leader of this whole fucking debacle, the leader of this whole fucking this mayhem of a fucking phrase is Troy Ave. And why Troy Ave decided to say that the streets is a myth is because he had a verbal sparring back and forth on a hip hop community thing. Like you gotta understand, like, yo, listen, people are taking hip hop things and rap things and saying like the rap shit and street shit are interchangeable. So they are one and the same. So therefore, if something happens in hip hop and it's bad and they're street niggas, then the streets took an L. Listen, a media personality gave his opinion on Troy Ave. Troy Ave did not like it, right? They then go into a verbal sparring back and forth over social medias and whatever the case may be that was going on at that time. Upon seeing each other face to face, it got violent. You got to understand there's no streets involved in this. There was no drugs. There was no like gangs. Like there's no turf war. This has nothing to do with the streets. You have to understand. Yo, listen to what I'm telling you. Like, right? This is some hip hop rap shit. I'm confused at how this turned into the fucking leading cause of the streets is a myth. Listen, like, right? At a hip hop concert, at a fucking rap concert, they seeing each other. The media guy was there being a media personality. The rapper was there being a rapper. The rapper had his entourage with him. The media personality might have or might have not had an entourage with him. It turned into a verbal disagreement. The verbal turned into a physical disagreement. Somebody died. May God bless his soul. Somebody got hit and somebody is in jail. The guy that got hit went and testified on the guy that is in fucking jail. Nobody cares. It was some hip hop shit. It's not no street shit. It's like, yo, he's not a snitch. Like, right? He just did some shit. Was like, I can't believe you did that. Like, why was you even arguing with him if you was gonna put the police on him? Is the real thing. It's like, why was you knew you would? Like, why did you do that? Your man is dead. Like it's mad shit going on. Like that, where it's like, yo, you went and leaned on the law. Now listen, that nigga is a hip hop rapper nigga, right? So when he got on a hip hop platform like the Breakfast Club and said the streets is a myth, they should have stopped him and said, yo, this got nothing to do with the streets. This is some hip hop rapper shit. You are a rapper, sir. Like, right? You are a fucking rapper. You was beefing with a hip hop media personality, like, right? Over your rapping skills and how he felt about them. Y'all seen each other at a fucking hip hop event and something violent happened. Why are you saying that the streets is a myth? I need somebody to explain that to me. Why? How does that validate the cause for him to get up there, like right when he gets shot and he take the stand, so he could justify why he's up there taking the stand on another man? Is what he's doing. He's trying to justify why he's doing some bitch ass shit, right? And in the course of him justifying his bitch assness, like right, he gets up there and then tries to say the streets is a myth. It's like, yo, listen, it's mad niggas that was really outside that's dead. Like, right? They mothers is going to put fucking flowers on a grave. They friends in them, they sisters in them, they mama them is letting balloons go every year because them niggas is really dead because the streets is real. It's niggas in prison that's never coming home. forever. I'm talking about they got forever. Like, yo, how long you got? Forever. Like, them niggas ain't never coming home. So when you sit there and you let this lame take a hip hop issue, right, that turned violent and say streets, it's like, nah, hell no. Listen here and listen clear. 6ix9ine willingly went into the gang life. Like he didn't come up in gang culture. Like, he went and said, oh, this is gonna help me be an iller rapper. Like, right? And in the course of that, he chased power, money, and fame. Like, right? And cosplayed as a street nigga, and the federal government seen that he was the weakest link and used him to their advantage to put away the real danger. Like, listen and understand that he is not a savior and he is not an example of how something could be that the streets is taking the L. We need that to be fucking clear, right? And Troy Ave had a hip hop rap beef, seeing somebody at a hip hop fucking rap concert, and it turned violent, and he used the streets as a myth, as a reason, to say, yo, I was valid to tell on that nigga and put him in jail. And it's not. He's not valid to do that. Why? Because nobody told you to argue with that nigga, lame. You fucking lame. Somebody tag that lame in and let him know he's a fucking lame. Listen, nobody told you to argue. I can't remember his name. That's the only reason why I'm not saying his name. Like, yo, listen, right? Nobody fucking told you to argue with Stone, Tax Stone. Nobody fucking told you to argue with Tax Stone at all. He had the right not to like your fucking raps, like, right? Right? He had the right to tell his fucking audience that he doesn't like your raps, right? He had the right to fucking broadcast it to his audience, and you had the right to respond, and you responded, and then it turned violent. Nothing to do with the